Hello, folks. Uh, I'm gonna talk a little bit about one of the several lenses through which to view the universe. Um, and that's a very complicated phrase, but I think this is really more than a lens, it's just an overall way of being and interacting on a day-to-day basis that I find when I turn it on, turn on my love centers in my body and in my mind. It just transforms the day into an incredible adventure, no matter what happens, and no matter who you interact with. So I'm going to talk a little bit about loving unconditionally, um, loving things the way they are, and even more so loving yourself, because much of what we think of as ourselves, our bodies, our minds, our emotions, involves billions of other beings and billions of other pockets of energy. And when you love yourself, you're really expanding your love into all these different beings. And the more loving you are, the more loving the beings within you and around you become. So, in another sense, loving yourself is a willingness to be in the same space with your own creations, and um, you become connected with much more than your little skin encapsulated ego that we all think we are embodying, literally. So um, I'm going to start by reading just a little passage from Siddhartha, which when I read this book a few years ago, it just blew me away with its profundity and beautiful writing from Hermann Hesse. So this is at the end when Siddhartha is encountering his old pal, Govinda. And he says, let's get it. He says, "The world, Govinda, is not imperfect or slowly evolving along a long path to perfection. No, it is perfect at every moment. Every sin already carries grace within it. All small children are potential old men. All sucklings have death within them. All dying people, eternal life. It is not possible for one person to see how far another is on the way. The Buddha exists in the robber and dice player. The robber exists in the Brahmin. During deep meditation, it is possible to dispel time, to see simultaneously all the past, present, and future, and then everything is good, everything is perfect, everything is Brahman. Therefore, it seems to me that everything that exists is good, death as well as life, sin as well as holiness, wisdom as well as folly. Everything is necessary. Everything needs only my agreement, my assent, my loving understanding. Then all is well with me and nothing can harm me. I learned through my body and soul that it was necessary for me to sin, that I needed lust, that I had to strive for property and experience nausea in the depths of despair, in order to learn not to resist them, in order to learn to love the world, and no longer compare it with some kind of desired imaginary world, some imaginary vision of perfection, but to leave it as it is, to love it and be glad to belong to it." So I think this passage is just incredible. And what visionaries and people were talking about thousands of years ago is still very much can be applied to what's happening right now, although we've transformed the world into something completely different. And I think that today we're always projecting these mental images on what's going on around us. our desires, our perceptions, our beliefs, our expectations about what something should be, and what a blissful thing it is to let go of all these things and turn them off and just say, wow, this is what it is, and it's completely beautiful, it's simple, it's what is. It's not what is plus my mind. It's just the purity of everything. Um, so, when you see someone walking down the street, just love them for no reason. When you drop a glass on the floor and it breaks, love yourself for doing it. When you have negative thoughts, love yourself for having them. You may not want to love what you feel or see, and you may not be able to convince yourself that you could love it all, but just decide to love it. Say out loud that you love it, even if you don't believe it. And if you hate it, say, I love myself for hating it. And it's a really funny kind of internal process that happens. I guess on a final note, I think that the way we view the world and the way that our beliefs play out inside just completely transforms this external reality. It's malleable. It's subject to change at every moment, and it's up to us to project ourselves upon it. And we are it, and it is us. And there's this symbiotic phenomenon between the beliefs and this external material world that our beliefs create. So it depends completely on your own vibration level. When your vibration changes, the whole world changes. It's like those days when you're walking around and everyone just seems to be smiling and everything's going right. And we can have those days every day. It's just you start by loving your negative feelings, loving your own boredom, your dullness, or even your despair, and just shine awareness on it, and you'll see it just dissolves. It just dissolves like when you put a sugar cube on your tongue. And as Alan Watts says, if you can't, let me think of it. If you can't find it where you're standing, where do you expect to wander in search of it? And this is really true, I think. It's just about vibrating your own love and vibrating this positive energy toward whatever you seek to accomplish or whatever you seek to do. So that'll be all, folks, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.